that needs some work. And in this video, we're gonna tidy it right up. This is the Hoof GP. If you haven't already subscribed, please think about clicking that button below, which says subscribe, because it keeps me motivated. That is not a comfortable foot.
Both of this cow's front feet are seriously overgrown, and they actually have a condition known as corkscrew claw. That's when the pedal bone, the bone inside the hoof capsule, actually starts to rotate. And because it rotates, the horn growth round about it also rotates. And that ends up with the cow having twisted feet, which usually end up overgrown like this. It's my job to try to rectify it and get her feet sitting straightly again. So let's crack on and see if we can achieve that goal. If we simply finished the trim there, right after we stopped using the grinder, we would still have done this cow a huge favour by balancing up the weight distribution between the two digits. But we don't finish there. We move on with the knife to modelling out the soles, and that takes even more pressure off the pedal bone and helps slurry to disperse between our 2 feet, and therefore reduce the likelihood of this cow ever getting dermatitis or sole ulcers. It reduces it, but it doesn't completely get rid of the risk. If at first you don't succeed, then try again. And I decide here that I haven't quite made the best attempt at getting our feet completely level, so we crack the grinder out once again to do the best job possible.
You see, I think there is a bit of a difference.
So today I'm actually using the Dutch method, coupled with the balance method from Aaron Lavoie. And as you can see from the before pictures, if we compare it to the after pictures, imagine how much more comfortable this cow is every second of every day. The second foot is even more twisted, so let's see how we get on with that one.
Next foot. This one actually looks slightly worse.
Try to imagine for a second just how it feels to walk on feet like this. They're all gnarly, twisted and turned up. They're not balanced. It would feel like you're literally walking on the edge of your foot all day. If you look at the outer wall horn of that inner claw there, you can see that it's actually curving right onto the sole of the foot, and that's because the pedal bone inside is completely deviated from where it should be. So, can we fix this one or not? I know what you're thinking, right? I wouldn't show you unless I could fix it and it looked amazing. But we definitely can't fix these all of the time. And maybe, just maybe, this is one of those times. As we move on to reducing the length of the toe here, you start to get an appreciation for just how overgrown this foot really is. We must be taking around 2 inches in total away from the toe area, which is a substantial amount when you consider the whole toe length is only supposed to be around 3 inches. Believe it or not, feet like these, i.e. overgrown and twisted ones, are the most commonly over-trimmed feet. That may seem strange, there's more material there, so why would you over-trim it? Well, we don't know the exact position of the pedal bone inside, so we need to take extra care when we're trimming any feet like this to make sure that we don't over-thin the soles and cause lameness as a result. So how did we do in the end? Well, this is how her foot was sitting before we trimmed her, and this is it afterwards. As you can see, we've managed to get it perfectly level and perfectly stable, and I for one am seriously chuffed that this cow is going to lead a much more comfortable life because of it. All that's left to do is quickly trim her back 2 feet, which thankfully really don't need all that much work at all. Then we'll have a quick look at how this cow is walking now.
Every time we touch, I feel at home. There's no way I'd ever let you go. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. I don't know what you do to me, but I feel like I am way up in the sky. When you put your hands in mine, I know I'm gonna be alright. 'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive. I tried, I couldn't be without you now. I just can't see how, 'cause I need you by my side.
Her back feet maybe didn't have the visual impact that her front feet did to begin with, but I can tell you now this cow would have been slightly uncomfortable because of the extra size on that outside or lateral claw, and us levelling them up and balancing them out will have done this cow a great service. Not only will she be great on her front feet, but her back feet should never go wrong either. And that, folks, is another happy customer.
Gonna be alright.